Hey, everybody. What's going on? Your girl just waking up. Let's go. Let's go. Shut up. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Let me drop this link. We got some shit we finna do. Let me copy this link. All right, guys. I got so much shit to do in a little bit of time. I have overslept again. Let me drop the link. I got somebody that's fixing to come on here. Hold on, guys. Drop the link. All right, I'm going to give her a few minutes to come on here. Let me explain everything. You little mutt. I can say what the fuck I want to say, freedom of speech, bitch. You better comprehend what a motherfucking protection order is and what the order is. Since you don't comprehend and since you are confusing people, bitch, I'm going to let the lawyers stand up and let them explain what's going on. Bitch, I can say motherfucking storm all day, bitch, suck my pussy, bitch. You, that protection order, bitch, I haven't been served. I have a freedom of speech, hoe, and I'm going to continue running your name in the dirt, bitch. You cannot get one for motherfucking Ricky Burnett, bitch. Stop lying to the people, hoe. I'm going to run your name through the motherfucking dirt. I got a freedom of speech, bitch. And guess what, bitch? Fuck you, mutt. Fuck you, Storm. Fuck you. What you gonna do? Call the police, bitch. Fuck you. I'm going to let a lawyer come up here and tell what type of order you got, bitch, because you're confusing people, okay? Bitch, a protection order, I can still talk about you. Stop lying, bitch. That's not the type of order that you got. I can still drag you through the mud, motherfucking mutt storm. Now, what you going to do, mutt storm? I'm still going to talk about you. I'm still going to run your name through this fucking YouTube streets. And I'm still texting your baby daddy, Ricky Burnett. Now, let me explain. You have a no contact order with Ricky. Bitch, I have no contact order with you. You got a protection order, okay? Mutt, you got a protection order. I'm going to let my people come over here that knows the laws, that stays in Indiana to explain what a protection order is. Number one, ain't no fucking sheriff gonna serve me at a fucking P.O. box, you fucking retard. They're not. Number two, a protection order can be filed in Indiana at the drop of a dime without a lawyer. So let's talk to a lawyer, a real lawyer in Indiana, and let's ask her some questions. Thank you. You've been motherfucking exposed again, Storm the Mutt. Hold on, y'all. Let me drop this link. All right, here it goes, Kim, so you can explain to everybody. And after I do this, y'all, after I do this, and let Kim explain everything that this dumb mutt has done, that it doesn't mean shit. I can still run her name in these streets, period. It's not a gag order. It's not a fucking cease and desist. You're a lying bitch. Put that order on your community post like you say you was going to do. Let us see what it says, you stupid bitch. Stop trying to shut me up. Now you trying to flip the strip on this suicide skit. It's not going to work, bitch. Because as soon as she come off my motherfucking panel, bitch, I'm calling them folks, bitch. Okay? Now, hold on. All right, go ahead and hit the link, baby. Kim. Hold on, y'all. Let me get her up here. Bitch, I'm still going to talk to you, bitch. You can't get no motherfucking gag order, bitch. I'm in Georgia, bitch. Let the sheriff come to a P.O. box. You sound fucking stupid. Are you fucking stupid? Y'all bitches is not going to shut me up. I promise you. A fucking order ain't going to shut me up, mutt. Storm. Storm. Storm, Storm, what you gonna do? Storm, bitch, I know the law. Storm, mutt, Storm, what you gonna do? Call them, call police, because you're lying, bitch. You in that order, shove it up your motherfucking ass. That's what you do, bitch. This is some type of weird shit. You trying to throw people off on this fucking suicide skit. Shove it up your ass. Hold on, y'all. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, let me let her in. I see you back here. We're going to ask a lawyer some questions about this order, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Here I go. I see you. Add the stream. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, this is how we finna do this, and then I'm gonna call these people, the police, and shit after I get you off the after we ask you these questions. All right, first things first. I'm just waking up, y'all. This is Kimberly. Y'all should know Kimberly. She knows the law very well. She's from Indiana, same place Storm is from, so forth, so forth. Okay. Okay. So did you see the papers that Storm posted?
I didn't. She didn't post any papers, not that I'm aware of. It was just
All
the
right.
case number.
So she just posted a case number.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you looked it up, what does that mean?
Well, it's an order of protection that she filed today, and the issue goes into effect, I believe. Yeah, today. I think it says today. It's a protection order, which in the state of Indiana, that is an ex parte order of protection. Which the court. Now, here's the thing: in order to know what is inside of this protection order, you would have to have received the papers, and as it still states, the respondent has not been served yet. So you don't even have that information, and you're also not a citizen of the state of Indiana. So, but to per se, what this would be in detail is this: you're not to commit or threaten a family member of violence against anyone inside of that household. It is to prevent you from harassing those individuals. That means annoying phone calls, contacting them personally or through a third party, which you have not done. Sometimes those protection orders can require you to move out of a house if you're living inside of the dwelling. That's what those protection orders are for. You were to stay away.
My thing is, they will not serve me at no PO box. The sheriff do not serve at no PO box. No. They have to have an address on me.
Correct.
Okay, so
like the reason why this order of protection was able to be issued is because she probably provided some form of information, whether that be post off the internet where you guys have a beef, and was able to show the clerk, which then took to the judge and showed them. Because here's the thing. Now, here's what can happen within this, though. You both have the right to request a hearing within 30 days of this order. So you could call right now to Allen County Courts and request to have a hearing put because of this protection order, which I would say to do so. But with that being said, you have no idea what the terms and stipulations of this order is. No one does.
Because the phone was messing up. All right. So you said the way she was able to do it was what?
Because she took probably some, screenshots of things and took in there, showing that there is a beef going on. Of course, and with that being said, Lord knows that she didn't show the side that she has committed in, where she has done things.
Yeah.
But she showed what you have said. So she was probably able to get an order of protection because she's probably saying that you could come to her house or come to her children's school, or you've made these threats or some shit. And that's why that order was put into place. That is only to protect you in a current state. Like, okay, for example, and I don't mean like state, like living in a state, but I'm talking about in person. So if you were to come here, go up to her house and then try to like knock on her door, that would cause you to then be arrested, because they do that just for protective precaution. So in case if you was to do something like that, she filed for it. They issued that protection so that, police officers and so forth are aware of what's going on.
All right. So we're going to answer y'all's questions in a minute. Let me tell you how restraining orders and protection orders work in Georgia. This is how I know how it works in Georgia. You have to go to court. Okay. So for example, you have to have the person's address, no PO boxes. You hear me? If they cannot find the person and they don't go to court, that order is not in place. For example, she has no address on me, okay? I cannot be served. She don't know if I'm in Atlanta, Rome, Florida, whatever. What I'm saying is, even if she did have my address, I would have to be served by a sheriff and go to court. But since I am in another state, this protection order is just to protect her and her son, not her baby daddy. Why is she saying her baby daddy? Why is she lying like that?
Do what?
She's saying that she got a protection order for me against her baby daddy.
She can't do that. They're not married. They're divorced, from what I understand.
They was never, yeah. So she says she got from her baby daddy. She got one for Cutie. She got one for Chelsea. Now she's lying.
No. She can only get, no, she can't, for example, she can go down there and request for protective order for herself and her son. That
Yeah,
or whoever is inside of the household with her. That's
yeah,
plausible. But
yeah.
anyone else, no.
She and
No.
then people are saying she said Jenny can't talk about her, but she can't talk about
No.
Jenny if she wants.
That is, let me put it to you this way. Yes, in some terms, but in general, no. Especially on the account that this is bordering multiple states.
Mhm.
Here's what that's a no contact order. That means
Yeah.
basically, for example, if I had a boyfriend that I was psychotic about and I like chased him down and like harassed his ex-girlfriends or his girlfriends currently, either way, I can't contact that person through a third party. I can't,
Mhm.
and it's all about contact. Can I
Mhm.
speak on someone? Yes, I can. Can I contact that person? No, I can't. So I can't like call Jessica to get a hold of Jenny. You know what I mean? I can't make that third party contact. Like I can't be like, hey Jessica, can you ask Jenny if she can meet me at the mall so I can whoop ass? You know what I mean? That's a third party contact. So that can't happen. But what can't, like, basically no contact means you cannot contact that individual. The same, you know what I mean? It's all in that kind of realm. So basically it's all about making contact with them. Can you say things as long as they are true and factual? Yeah. You can also say allegedly in front of everything that you state, and it's within rights to use those statements. It's all about how you do it and how you say it. But this is not a no contact order. This is a protective order. And that's all that is listed. There is no cease and desist. There is none of that within that. You can't do a cease and desist alongside a protective order anyways. There's two separate things. So no.
All right. And plus I would have to be served before any order is put in place, right?
No, not in the state of Indiana. That's the difference. And that, like I said, that's the only reason that that's
Mhm.
happened because,
Okay.
but basically it's all chilling right now is pretty much what it is. So basically they issue those protection orders for the protection. For example, if for some reason she ran to get this protection order because you were on your way here, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So they
Mhm.
will issue that protection order because in case you do something, they've
Mhm.
already put that in place. However, it's basically generic and sitting in limbo until both parties either request, you know, because right now, like honestly, yes, there's an order issued. But with that being said, you have 30 days to say I want a hearing, and I also want to have an order of protection against her and an order and a no contact order as well. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You have the time to respond to it, but they just do that here in the state of Indiana as a protective mechanism. So that
Yeah.
if anything was to happen, you know what I mean? Anything where
Mhm.
somebody would come to you or her, you know what I mean? Both sides are protected for that manner.
All right, so basically you're saying once I get it, I got 30 days to respond. Once it comes in my PO box, I don't have to be served by a sheriff. That's just how the state of Indiana works. But
Correct.
also, this order does not mean I cannot talk about her.
Correct. That means,
Okay.
let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way. If you were to come into the state of Indiana, okay, that protection order will go into active, it will protect her if you go to her physically
Yes.
or if you harass her physically. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you were like, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing, you got to think of it like this too. If you sent somebody to harass her,
Mm-hmm.
that that protective order isn't on that person. That
Yeah.
protective order is only pertaining to you.
Yes.
You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
like they would have to connect the dots for that. So
Yeah.
that's basically what this does is just protects the person requesting the order
Mm-hmm.
for 30, up to 30 days until there's a hearing done. Now if you was to not say anything and to leave this alone, then that order stays in place as long as she chooses not to do anything else with it. But
Okay.
if you respond, this can be honest to God. If you was to call or contact them and respond to this immediately, you could have this turned back around and canceled immediately.
All right.
You know what I mean? Just because of what you could show that she's done.
All right, I
You see
will.
what I mean?
I guess when I get it in my PO box, I'll go ahead and respond. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll respond and talk to the judge and send the stuff that she's doing and go ahead and explain the situation with them. That's what I'm gonna do anyways. You know, Jenny gonna do it. She gonna flip the
Well,
strip
yeah.
anyway.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it's
flip
just
that strip.
here's the thing. I don't. um, an order of protection like prevents somebody from harassing you and things of that nature. You're not harassing her. You're
Nope.
talking on a public platform amongst people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And if you all wanted to get really, really technical, you could contact multiple people at this point alone and prove and provide proof and evidence that would hold her accountable for her actions in multiple scenarios before you even came to this platform.
Mm-hmm.
This is a repetitive action that she takes. And
Yep.
she can call me a babysitter. She can call me a fucking meth head felon, all she wants. I mean, here's my thing. It's just the legalities of it is what's in question. She gets really shitty every time something's said. But here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. You requested from the court a protective order in the state of Indiana and then thought it was wise to come to this platform and make ridiculous comments and claims and statements towards someone else. And you think that you're not going, you think a judge isn't going to find that a little bit disturbing? Like, it doesn't make sense. Now, I understand if you're wanting a protection order and it's legitimate and you're concerned for your safety and you don't say anything and you just, you keep to yours and don't say nothing else and you don't bother with the mess. But no, you brought it here to prove a point. And I'm going to
Yep.
tell you from my experience, judges don't like that shit when you make a mockery of their court. So to do that wasn't wise. I will put it that way. But as far as this is concerned, this is a protection order to protect you from harassing her, you, Jenny. That means you harassing her, messaging her, texting her, calling her, all that. You, Jenny Clementi Pullum, you.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean anybody else. So have you called her?
No.
Have you
I don't got the
texted her?
bitch number. No.
Have you messaged her?
No.
Okay. I don't know why she would request such an order. You're not physically harassing her yourself.
No.
She does not like that you're making statements on her name.
Yep.
That's all that this boils down to.
Yep.
And you cannot go get a protective order regarding that. Now, posting your children and things like that, okay, I can see that, but that would be more of a no contact versus a protection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Protecting, preventing releasing information that's unnecessary. But as well, you can't be the pot calling the kettle black and then yet contacting third party individuals associated with you, Jenny, and then expecting nothing in return.
Yep.
That's not how it works. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it just logically doesn't make sense. And if anybody questions anything that I'm saying, by all means, utilize Google. Google Indiana protection orders, Indiana no contact orders, Indiana restraining orders. There's several things. They're different in each category. And a lot of times protective orders and restraining orders in general pertain to domestic disputes anyways, not so much even like a harassing situation, which would usually be a no contact order. And a cease and desist is simply do not speak of me. That means if somebody gives you a cease and desist legally, in which you guys can view this all on YouTube, it's all over the place because everybody gets orders of cease and desists. All that means
somebody said, Danielle, she said she also has a cease and desist order on you, Jenny.
I didn't see a cease and desist.
No.
I checked the entire, all 5 platforms that I have allotted to me to use. There is no cease and desist. All there is a protection order as of right now that I see.
Let me go ahead and explain this to them. Listen, y'all. Kimberly can look in the Indiana databases, like 5 different data, and she can see all the orders. So there is no cease and desist order. Storm is just saying that. Tell her to post it, okay? Someone said, did you see her live? No, I didn't, and I don't care. But let me tell you, I'm talking to somebody that has access to all of the things where she can access the courts, documents, and shit to see of all the orders. There is no cease and desist order, sweetheart.
Hold on.
Stop lying.
Better than bougie. I just seen your in the chat. No, there isn't a gag order there because she doesn't have a cease and desist. Basically, here's how a gag order would work. A cease and desist or a no contact order. Okay. And no contact would mean you're not allowed to speak of me. Like, we're not talking about me no more. Here's how this works though. Her birth name and her legal name is whatever it is. Okay. I know everybody else probably knows, but I'm not stating it. That's not necessary. Her name is not Storm. Her name is not Thundercat. Her name is not Thunder Buddy. Her name is not Thunder Thighs. Her name is not Gutter Guts. Her name is not Backpack, whatever else everybody calls her. None of that is her legal name. So, as long as if somebody, now mind you, this is only if there was a no contact or a cease and desist. And in order to make that valid, you have to receive it. Not only do you have to receive it, you have to sign for it, which Jenny has not. But if that ever occurs, when and if that ever occurs, all Jenny has to do is change the name, change the verbiage. That's it. That means, well, this individual named Scooby-Doo and all her little Scooby snacks, they're over here doing this, that, and the third. Okay, guess what? You can't tell me I said this about anybody because all I said was Scooby-Doo and the Scooby snacks. You know what I mean? As long as you're not detailing things verbatim, there's nothing that can be said. Nothing. That's a gag order. You look up a cease and desist on YouTube. It'll crack you up. There's 1,001 of them. Everybody's got one. When they don't, especially drama channels and things of that nature, because they don't want you to talk about them in a negative way. And that's fine. And that's legal and that's great. Okay. But with doing that, just simply don't state their name. Don't make it affirmed that it's that person. That's all that boils down to. All this is, though, is if you're needing a protection order, okay? You've got your protection order. Now that means, here's the thing, and I'm sure she's aware of this. Just because she has a protection order does not mean that Storm can't continue to do what Storm does, okay? As Jenny doesn't have to stop what Jenny's doing. This is an order of protection. It's the same. It doesn't pertain to this. But the thing is this: if you're requesting this because you need it, then stop talking about it. Don't say anything else pertaining to individuals that you don't want to have any conversations or issues with. Just drop it and leave it at that. But we know that's not going to happen.
All right, yeah. Hush. All right, so somebody said, hush. Somebody said that they seen a protection order and restraining order on her thing.
On whose thing?
On her live. People are really dumb.
What, the paperwork? The paperwork was just a pink slip. A pink slip is a protection order. In the state of Indiana, if you issue a pink slip, it's a pink paper, right? That's a protection order. That's all that is. It's an order of some sort of protection, whether it be restraining, no contact, order of protection. A cease and desist has nothing to do with those orders as far as a restraining order, protection order, and a no contact order. A green document is a sensitive information document, meaning that can't be put into public forum, meaning that cannot be public record, meaning it protects, like, for example, a child. For example, if you're having a custody battle, they will protect the child's information on the green sheet of paper, which means the clerk knows that you go to public.
I don't know where all these trolls keep coming from saying, yep, she has a cease and desist, and she showed it. Where did she show it?
Okay, listen, if she has a cease and desist, it's completely legal to put that on your platform. If she has a cease and desist, I mean, hey, that just helps out everybody else without having to wait for orders to come in. Put it on your platform and show that it's legitimate. Show it with a signed judge and an order and a seal. If you don't have it, don't talk on it. That's my point. It's not that. Here's the thing. This is not going to look good on any side of this situation. Especially you're trying, like, we're bringing in legal shit here. We're bringing in judges. We're bringing in fucking courts and clerks and shit. No. If it's legit, if you've got nothing to worry about, post it and leave it. Here's the thing. Post it, leave it alone. But let me tell you how cease and desist works. If you talk about that person, that cease and desist can then come battle on your ass. So if you're talking, you see, you got to drop the shit. Just, you got to walk away from it. Because I promise you, walking back into a courtroom and continuing the stupidity is just going to bite you in your ass. And by all means, do you. That's on her. I mean, however she wants to play this card. That is on her. If she decides to continue to do this and to continue on with this mess, that's on her.
All right. A lot of people are saying, so she is trying to say that she has that she's allowed to talk about me, but I can't talk about her.
No.
Hold on, y'all.
That's not how it works.
Hold on. Let me look at something right quick. So she's not supposed to be talking about me, right?
I mean, here's the thing. She can talk. You guys can talk about her whatever you want.
Okay,
Like,
so listen. Guess what? Went there like somebody told me. There's no cease and desist up there, so people are just lying. Talking about look at her community post.
right. Look,
There's
and here's
no
the
cease.
thing too. You don't have to have a lawyer to do a cease and desist. I hope everybody's aware of that. All you have to do, okay, like you can have an attorney write up a cease and desist, but that doesn't mean that it has to be. You could simply, print one up, send it to someone, and just simply ask them to stop talking about you in a defamatory way. That doesn't mean that they will, nor does that mean that it, you know what I mean? Then you can take it further. And here's the thing, though, it's all about false information. Hold on
Okay.
a second. Hold on.
Hold on, y'all. We're still waiting to see the cease and desist. Where is the cease and desist before I call the CPS worker stuff on live to let them know about this fake shit? So we want to see the cease and desist, Storm. There is a difference between a protection order and whatever else. I am still able to talk. This is a free country. I can say whatever I want. Your name is not Storm. So I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to do what I do. So I'm not really worried about you, ma'am.
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, I can talk and do what I want to do. I can say Storm all motherfucking day, and this is my
Yes,
platform.
you cannot physically harass her at this point. That's what and I'm not saying that, like, here's my thing. You haven't received this order yet. I don't know what's pertained to this order in detail because it's still in the being put into the system type processing type shit.
Yeah.
But it's basically just to protect her and her son from you harassing them individuals, which you have not harassed them. So
No.
the judge issued it simply based on providing whatever little documents off the internet, which, again, you can sit here and rebuttal right back within 30 days and say, wrong. Here's what I'd like to provide the court.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? It's just basically, here's the thing, nitty gritty. Here's my thing. If she doesn't talk about you, you gonna talk about her?
Huh?
If she stopped talking about you, would you not talk about her? Like, you don't talk about her unless somebody brings it to you or she's talking about you.
Exactly.
So it's like, I thought she was a reaction channel because that's what she was saying. But correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, because I can't remember. But she was saying that she's going to react on Jenny now, thinking that her protection order allows her to do such a thing. I mean, this is a woman who also leaked out another woman's nudes, did all kinds of other behavior, tortured Love Lies and Lace Brunch, constantly aggravating the shit out of her, did it to all other kinds of people on the creators on this platform. What do you think you're going to gain from constantly doing this? Like, what are you gaining? Except if somebody wants to be real shitty, they can file this on you. And they could file it in a group as a class action, and you're not going to like the end result. So, I mean, it's just like, leave it all alone. Like, you know what I mean? Just leave it. I mean, I'm really interested to see, which I'm hoping it'll, update as soon as the system shuts down for the night and reloads itself so I can see what this order has in detail. But the thing is like, it's not necessary. You know what I mean? Just equally, like you've said it 1,000 times, if you said it once, just leave me alone. But they can't. So as she can call you Meth Mary, you can call her all the extra curriculars you want. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, she can call you out your name. You can do the same. This is not. You got to think. Let me ask anybody this: if you've ever seen it, because I'm sure there's been people who see how these protection orders work. Have you ever seen a police officer arrest someone in a protection order? Let's say, for example, you're at the county fair and you're on two ends of the fair, and this one's over here screaming out their name, calling them everything in the book, but what they are, you think they're going to get arrested for that? No, they're not. You know what I mean? They're looking at somebody else and they're talking about you. That does not mean that you violated a protection order. You violate a protection order when you go, and it's not so much about the feetage, or the foot, how far away you are from someone. It's more about what you're doing. Are you harassing them? Are you calling them all hours of the night? Are you, sending somebody to her? Are you, you know what I mean? Just the harass shit. Like, she can't go get in her car and drive to the grocery store because there's somebody out there saying with a picket sign, "Fuck Storm." No, that's not happening. You see what I'm saying? There's none of that. You're not physically harassing her. You know what I'm saying? You're not like doing that. You're commenting and making statements, rebuttaling what they're saying to you. So, you know what I mean? Come on. The only one that I can honestly say that hasn't posted something in rebuttal to you would be Cutie. And that doesn't mean she hasn't talked her shit, but she hasn't provided any shit, you know what I mean, showing anything or like doxing you out or anything crazy like that, which kudos to you, but you know what I mean. It's just about what's relevant and what can be seen type shit. It's not.
I had to go out and come back. Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I had to go out and come back. All right, so
Okay.
so yeah, if somebody said if that's the case, you can file it too, Jenny. They came for you first, love you. Oh yeah, so basically, y'all, I have not been served. Even when I do get the papers, let me explain. If y'all are just coming in here, I can still call her mutt. I can still talk about her on my platform. That there's a difference between a protection order and a restraining order. All states do it different. Also, I have 30 days to respond to it and also flip it back on her and let the judge see what she has done to me.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. Yes. Hold on a second. Jada said, before I go, please clear it up. If Jenny talks about Storm's son.
Stop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here's the thing.
All right, Jada.
Should Jenny talk about Storm's son? No. But if Jenny says something in response or says something about that individual, can she be legally held accountable? No. That she's not, you know what I mean? She's not now, here's the thing. Like that time where he had that video, right? And you and some other people like commented underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a form of harassment that could be used with a protection order.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So of course, nothing like that needs to be done. But speaking on someone is totally different than making contact with them in some form of way. So yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't be making contact with anybody. But this, you know what I mean? Y'all wasn't doing anything like rude or crazy. You know what I mean?
Batter and Bougie said Kimberly was trying to say Jenny can't say mutt, squasher, big bird, tempest, storm, etc.
Yes, she can.
Yes,
she's allowed to use the English language in any form she wants to. This is not. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I want you to, especially for you to understand. Just because of this protection order, I would refrain from speaking directly. So, for example, don't say, "Hey, XYZ, this is for you," or "Hey, are you watching this?" Don't speak to her. Period. You see what I'm saying? You can speak of her, not to her. Don't direct anything to her. You see what I'm saying? So you can say, you know what I mean? This is regarding XYZ. You can put allegedly in front of any statement you make, and that's completely within your legal right. Just because I don't know what this order has in detail what she's added to it, because you can add a lot of shit can be added into these kind of orders, so they can be like pretty much pre-detailed to fit their scenario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would say to do is not speak directly, even in a video. or
Mm.
a post. So
Mm.
don't like at her.
Yeah.
Don't speak directly to her. You can speak of her. You're allowed to speak of anyone you want, as
Yeah.
long as you make sure that you are, but like, for example, if it's something you think that is
Mhm.
going on or that you may have some information on, allegedly,
Stop.
this is what this is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just allegedly. That pretty, just because I don't know the circumstances to this particular order, just for your protection, allegedly.
All right. What's her name? Late 32 keeps asking about the restraining order that I filed in Georgia. I said something about that the other day, Lady 32. Basically, how Georgia works is the restraining order that I tried to file against her because she is in another state. Every state does it different. They was not able to serve her because a restraining order, you have to be in the same state. Okay.
But did you
Georgia,
get one?
yes, I did, but they said that they could not serve her in the other state. They said that
Right.
so I paid basically $50 for nothing
No, no,
because
no,
they
no,
said,
no, 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 no. You have the order. She just didn't receive it. That means
uh,
she's not able to be notified of it. So if she comes to the state of Georgia, then
yeah,
that restraining order is in act. It's completely activated, as you know what I mean? With
yeah, but
basically
that's what I'm saying. It's the way we
it's
have it in Georgia is it's only if she's in Georgia.
correct.
Yeah.
Right. Now that's where this protection order, this is because, like I said, in Indiana, there are three: protection,
Mhm.
restraining, and no contact.
Okay.
Usually people within the cyber realm of things will do a no contact order, because
Yeah.
that way you can prevent someone from speaking of you, even in a third person. You know what I mean? They would
Mhm.
have, I mean, don't be wrong, they still can speak of you. They just
Yeah.
have to do it in a more detailed manner. But, maybe I would go back down there and talk about the restraining order and see if possibly you can pull it into a different avenue, more like a no contact order versus a restraining order.
We
Is a
don't have
restraining?
that. That's what I was
You,
telling you. We don't have those three things in Georgia. Georgia is way different than Indiana. We only have restraining orders. We don't have protection. We don't have that we don't have that here. All we
right.
have is restraining orders, and you got to be in the same state. And the restraining order, that's why I was explaining, is you got to be served by our sheriff here. You got to know that person's actual address, no
Mm-hmm.
PO boxes, and you can talk on them all day. You just can't come within so many feet, and you can't call, you can't text,
Right.
you can't. That's how all
Right.
that's that restraining order is everything that y'all got in 3 in 1. You get in Georgia,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but it's
Well, then,
not.
yeah, then basically, I mean, if you can, or if you have the documents, send them to me so I can look at them. That way I can see basically, because here's my thing. If you had that order before she went and got this order, then you need to respond to this order, providing that plus what you have.
Okay.
Is, you know what I mean? To Indiana.
All right. But my thing is, she's telling people she's not posting no cease and desist, and you already looked in the system. You didn't see a cease and desist, right?
No,
All right.
no,
So
I didn't see anything of that nature.
all you seen was the protection order, and it ain't been
Yes.
served, which we know. But a protection order does not have to be served by a sheriff. That's different in Indiana. It'll just come to your mailbox. You got 30 days to respond, right?
Right.
All right. And so once I
Right.
respond, then I would probably see the judge on Zoom and let him know what's really going on, both
Yeah, but
sides.
basically what happened is you have 30 days to respond to that order.
Okay.
That means you provide the court with documentation or any proof that you have rebuttaling the order and saying, like, well, here's the situation, you know what I mean, with what's going on. I wouldn't even so much rebuttal the order as I would provide your narrative to the order. You know what I mean? Because you kind of need the same kind of order. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just not you want more of a no contact versus a protection order. So, just respond with those documents, your information, what you've got, and the restraining order you have in Georgia, and say, hey, look, I tried to do this weeks ago. You know what I mean? So this is what I've got to what she's got. Basically, what will happen is the judge will then order a no contact order between the two of you. Basically, he will tell you, let's not discuss each other. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's what
mean?
somebody just said. In the state of Georgia, it's called PPO or TPO, temporary protection order, but it's all inclusive. Like she's saying, we don't have those three orders. Everything that we got one order, and that includes everything, which is basically a restraining order. We got different names for it, but everything we don't have like protection, no it's all in one. And how we work in Georgia is it doesn't go for out of state. You have to be right here in Georgia. So if I was to get a temporary restraining order on somebody in another state, there's no way because the sheriff they have to be in Georgia. That's how Georgia
Right.
works. So
Right.
that's what I was
And like I
trying to
said, because
explain.
like what they were saying with the temporary protection order in Georgia, that's kind of like what this is right now, because you have not been served. So they issue it regardless, just for the protection on the event that something could possibly happen.
Yeah, so the
You know what I
protection
mean?
order, the judge did the protection order just in case I go to Indiana, basically.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Correct. Because generally speaking, and this is just in general, I'm assuming this has happened just because it is an out of state situation. Because in general, in the state of Indiana, both parties, you would petition the court for an order like such like that, like a protection order or no contact or whatnot. And then you both would have to come to a hearing to where this would be decided. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, we'll issue this order and this is the rules and terms and conditions for this order. But because it's out of state and that's not a possible avenue to take because you're not in the state of Indiana, the court issued the order for protection just in temporary standings until you receive the documentation and is able to decide or rebuttal however you feel necessary.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
it's just
So,
it's just it's just different state shit. That's all it is. It's just,
yeah.
you know what I mean, that kind of thing.
Somebody said, DJ Badland said, but the other party don't get served isn't work until the other party gets served. That's how it is in Georgia. You have to be served first by the sheriff for it to be in order, and you got to go to court still.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now mind you, this order is issued here. So for example, if you were to come here, now mind you, let me put it
Mhm.
this way. Would you go to jail on violating that order if you came here today, something went down, y'all met somewhere at a McDonald's or something, and you seen
Mhm.
each other in person, and then she called and said, I got a protection order. Would you go to jail? No, you would not. Because you first off, you were not served and were not aware of that
Yeah.
order being in place. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is
Yep.
just a protective mechanism. Basically, it'd be to warn you that there's an order that has been placed against you
Yeah.
simply regarding her. Because here's the thing: in the court, they want both sides of the story. They just don't want one side. So
Yeah.
they issue it to protect both parties in the event that something would occur. Because you got to
Yes.
think, for instance, if something happened and the court didn't issue that order and something did go down, you know what I mean, and somebody went to the court and was like, "Hey, I need your help," and they didn't do it, it wouldn't be real good. So that's the only reason why this is in play. But you have,
So
I mean, because like you don't even know the details to this. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
she won't even show us the details. That's the thing.
Right.
She just showed us list, and you could tell she did it online. You could see the email.
Yeah. I mean,
You see the
and here's
email
she probably
online.
went down to the courthouse and got the
To
documents
get the paper.
afterwards.
Yes, that's what she did. She did it online through her email. She posted the email. Then she went downtown to get the documents. But until I'm served, there's nothing. And until I see a judge, there's nothing that's in place. It's just a protection order just in case I was to go to Indiana. That's what she's confusing people.
Right. Right. Right.
She's
Right.
trying to,
Like it's yeah.
she's basically telling people I can't call her, I can't say shit about her no more.
No.
I
No. No.
can't
No.
say
No.
storm. That's the
No.
bullshit. Don't listen to
No.
that, y'all.
And you know what? Let me put it this way. Let's say, for example, Storm wanted to rebuttal right now for us having this conversation. She would have to
Yeah.
go file with the court, try to violate this protection order that says,
Hmm.
I mean, show that it was violated somehow. Tell the judge, speak to the judge, this, and I'm gonna be real with you. That's not gonna help you any. First and foremost, I'm not gonna violate this order, you being in Georgia, her being in Indiana, and you're not violating it, you're not contacting her, you're not harassing her, you're not you know what I mean? We're speaking of a creator on YouTube, aka her name is Storm. Other than that, that's what we're talking about. That's it. Point blank period in the story.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you're not violating any order with that. So you know what I mean? Now, if she wants to try to stop somebody, like you got to think about like celebrities, right?
Yeah.
A reporter, just like, for example, all these reactors, quote, what, I mean, that's their name of what they do. They're talking about all these other creators on here. When you make yourself public knowledge and you're out here for the public to see, You can speak on the public as you see fit. So is this talking about Storm and her personal life and where she is? No, it's not. This is talking about Storm via the creator, what she's doing on YouTube, how she's acting on YouTube, what she's doing on YouTube. Okay, that is totally different than you violating an order. You know what I'm saying? And let me put it this way: if she wanted to pursue something like that, all she can do is try to sue you for defamation of character, but she has to prove what you're saying is not factual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like people are saying in this chat, you know, she harasses YouTubers all the time. This is what she does. This is her thing. She, you know what I mean, causes a lot of anarchy within this community thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. She's got to prove that what that statement is that, like I just made, that I am making that with 100% fabrication. Like that's not a true fact. She has not committed those acts. And I can prove without a shadow of a doubt that that's true. You see what I'm saying? So she can't say, you know what I mean, because she could sue me for defamation, which would be some kind of form of like compensation for damages. But she can't prove that because that's a true thing. Yeah, I mean, she does that. That's what happens on here. She's had many situations in that manner. Like, I don't, honest to God, like me personally, I know she hates me and I don't give a shit because I don't know her and I don't care to know her. It's not a thing like that. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? I came out here to help you in general with your kid. You know what I mean? She got real antsy about that just because we're from the same state and I know Walls here. And she gets really frustrated with that. And okay, I get it. You know what I mean? I understand. It's like battle of fucking bands over here. But the thing is, it's like, in reality, a lot of things that's happened in the last 24 hours are really, really questionable on people's characters and what's true and what's not and what's real and what's fake and behaviors that's portrayed on this platform. Like, there are people on this platform that say some crazy shit, but that's your right to do. Like, the internet's supposed to be a place where you can go be crazy and free and do what you want, as long as it's safe and within reason. You see what I'm saying? Like, but you can't come to the fight and then cry and bow out by let's throw up some orders here. Let's do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's what this is becoming here. Like, okay, well, I got an order from a judge. What do you think the state of Indiana is going to do to an individual in the state of Georgia? Do you think they're going to take the funds in this state that are limited as hell and take them down to Georgia? Do you think they're going to do that? I don't think they will. Prove me wrong. Please, I beg you. But I promise you, they're not going to do that. It's like, it's a waste of time. It's wasting. If she has an attorney, which it didn't say she did, but it's wasting that person's time. It's wasting her own time. It's wasting this time we're talking right now. It's bullshit. Like, you come on this platform, Jenny, and it's like a rebuttal every time. You're coming on here to discuss something that's been done by that particular side, more so that individual than anything. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
And I'm glad somebody has some brains. So we got a comment. What do you think about this? You just told me this. She's just wanting to change the narrative.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. And I'm. This is strictly my opinion. I don't know nothing to be fact or not factual. However, I believe Nurse P is a legitimate nurse. And I believe, because the way she described what she was doing is legitimate. And she wasn't breaking any HIPAA law. HIPAA law would be breaking it by going into someone's particular file, and that's not being her patient at the time. She didn't do that. She looked on a forum and looked for an individual. She didn't go into the medical record. She simply seen if they were admitted into a facility. That is it, which was not there. So here's my theory on that. Again, my opinion. Do I think this was an attempt to change the narrative and switch up the game? Because
she did it today. On her? Listen. So she filed the order today, right? You've seen it in the system today, right?
Yes, it was today.
So she's trying to change the narrative on Chelsea. There y'all go. Bingo.
Right. And I believe that to be so. And here's my thing. If y'all want it to stop, if the main goal of this was to stop the shit, you're not helping it. Like, what it shows, in my opinion, again, my opinion, if someone was to come in here and say, hey, look, I did my dirt. I said some shit I shouldn't have said, did some things I shouldn't have done, but I'm out. Like, I don't want no more part of this shit. Because honest to God, let me put it to you this way. if what happened yesterday legitimately was to have happened, and I thank to God that I don't think it has, the first thing out of my mouth would have been, listen, I've done some shit, said some shit, shouldn't have done. I'm out. I'm not doing this. I will not do this. I will not be a part of somebody making a decision on a temporary emotion like that. I won't do it. You know what I mean? I'm out. Like if my shit and my group of things and my behavior and my choices and my actions led to this kind of shit, I'm done. You know what I mean? I will have no part of it. And then I would do whatever I could to fix what I've done. You know what I mean? Just because if it got this far, which, hey, people make decisions. These are all adults in this conversation as far as these women are concerned. These are all women beyond over the age of 18. We don't, you know what I mean? We're not, we're not holding other people accountable here for shit that they've done. You know what I mean? It's not, this isn't equally being distributed correctly. And I mean, a lot of people are seeing that. So my thing is just, why? What the hell is this gaining except views and clicks and shit? And it can't be that much money. It just can't. Like, it can't. I mean, the views and the subscriber counts and shit, like, if it's all for that, is it really? I mean, shit, I see big ass YouTubers that make, you know, millions of dollars in a day, but like, that's different. That they're getting sponsorships. They're, you know what I mean? They're getting like 10 million views on a video. Like, and they're not, I mean, this kind of shit like this ends them kind of YouTubers. So they would never touch this shit with a 50-foot pole.
Exactly. And my whole thing is positive vibes have left Storm. Everybody doesn't realize what's going on. Positive vibes and her had problems. The only reason you might see him in her chat is because they're talking still off of live. He is not physically, she is not physically with Storm no more. I know this through Ricky, her baby daddy, and I can keep talking about Ricky, okay? She can't get no protection order. She's not even supposed to be talking about Ricky. They have a no contact order, period. She is the reason he is in jail. She don't want me to go there. Okay. She don't
Right.
want me to go there. She can't get one. She is not to speak on Ricky. If I do hear her speaking on her baby daddy, I will screen record. And when I see this judge on Zoom about this, I will let them know she's breaking a no contact order with Ricky that's in jail that she had locked up. Okay. Positive vibes is not with her physically no more. Now she might come into the chat. Let me drop the link. She got knocked off. He might come in the chat to back her up, but they're not together. They're not. He's not physically there no more. No, they're not. They're having problems. Hold on, y'all. All right, there goes the link, Kimberly. It does not matter. We have not forgot that lie that she brought to YouTube about Chelsea. She would have to be better off keeping it real and apologizing. That's a true. Right. Hold on. Let me let her back in, y'all.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. And so my thing is, the whole thing, she got mad when I said positive vibes ain't there no more, which positive vibes ain't. We have not seen him. We might see positive vibes, probably a troll account in her chat. That's a mod. She probably done made a troll account being a mod, or they just talking offline a little bit, but he's not physically there no more. And she knows it. Hold on.
Oh yeah, Baton Rouge, she did. I mean, she thinks listen, here's the thing. I think what's gotten this all so flustered is like, people are real bent, and I'm referring to the individuals involved, is because things that they didn't think could be found were found. Things that they didn't think were public record were. They didn't think that contacts would make contacts with you. And now things have gotten out of hand. Here's the thing. Like, honest to God, here, you know, everybody talks about beef sector this and bullshit that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the best way to squash this shit would to literally have like a YouTube court, on God, swear to it. Think about it. Both sides has to be a biased judge in the middle. So we'd have to have, well, I'd say two judges. Let's put it that way. Both sides have to argue their sides. in like on a StreamYard or something, and majority will rule. And the
Yeah.
people are the jury. So there would have to be like a, you know what I mean, like a panel thing to where everybody could vote on what side was right, what side was wrong, and ended at that and call it a day. And when that's over with, everybody walks away. Nobody says no more about each other. Bullshit. Nothing. It's done. Like have a literal, healthy, normal debate and end this shit. Discuss what needs to be discussed and let it go. Like honestly, I think if that would be done, this would be over. Like if everybody would agree to do it, it would be over. Plus, it would bring everybody the views they want. You know what I mean? Think about it. An actual like jury type deal on
Yeah,
YouTube.
but she don't want it. She don't want it to quit because she makes money off of me.
I know, but here's my thing though. If we had this like this, okay, whatever side decided to discuss it afterwards, that's on them. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. You get she gets so tore up about views you get off her. This isn't solely about her. There's now 2 other individuals involved that should have never been a part of it to begin with. Like they just jumped on the bandwagon because of her. And I want to make this clear. And look, I'm not out here to destroy Storm. I could care less. You know what I mean? I could care less. Honest to God. What she does is on like that's her world. But here's my thing. The only person that Jenny has had with her quote, you know what I mean, as far as visually can be seen, is some subscribers that she has that are just in her chat on a constant, and me, which like I'm not like the people contact Jenny, you know what I mean, like that guy with the Chelsea situation, like that. I didn't have no idea about that. Jenny can Google search like anybody else can, like, but she's not over here spending her day trying to destroy these individuals. You know what I mean? But when you do dirty shit comes to you. So you brought 2 other people into this for no reason, except them wanting to be over here telling you, you know, we're all Team Storm and and she's crazy and everything. You know, just all that bullshit. Just all that, just noise is what that shit is. And then it all blows up. But you got, you know, and then in a 24-hour span, you come up with and like I said, in my personal heart and feelings, I believe it's all bullshit. Okay. But you come with the worst case scenario you can state. And Bad and Bougie, you can vouch for this. I sent Bad and Bougie an Instagram message before Storm went live, and my exact words was, I guarantee you she's going to say Chelsea tried to commit suicide. Did I or did I not? And Bad and Bougie can verify that because I sent it right before that live went up. Right before she got on that shit. Because I knew what was coming. Because I knew the scenario. Because everybody was saying it. And Chelsea's had issues and things like that. Like, this is where it's gotten too far. Like, if you're coming here with this shit and you've got no way to make that legitimate, that's a really, really big fucking thing to come on here and state as some form of. And here's my thing. This wasn't used. She's saying it, you know, I came to get prayers and I came to inform people. No, you didn't. You came on here on the back and the basis of bullshit. This wasn't about this shit. This was on here and you straight told people that it was the 100 people that liked the fucking live of Jenny's and that it was Jenny's fault that she did this. It was all based on drama. All of it. So, you know what I'm saying? No. I can't even remotely play that game.
Somebody keeps saying that she sent 8 trolls to sign up for my membership. She's a lie because I checked my members today and I have no trolls as members, for one. Number 2, she cannot get a protection order for Ricky Burnett because she has a no contact order for them. Can you please let them know she cannot get no protection order for her baby daddy?
No. A, he's an adult. B, they're not married. So no, she cannot do that. Especially on the account that she has a no contact order with him herself. So she cannot do anything in regards to him. He can do that on his own. He can. If he chooses to, he can do so. But she cannot do that for him.
No, and he's not going to do it. He can't stand her. He cannot stand her. And believe me, I am in contact with him. That's all y'all need to know right now. But just know if Jenny said it, it is what it is. Also, y'all, somebody said she even said she couldn't get into IG this morning because the feds zoomed it. Everybody knows there was a world
This is
shutdown.
a international like issue with Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Like it's an international issue. This has nothing to do with an investigation regarding the situation with Chelsea. That is, you can Google, because I Googled it myself, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is Instagram down right now? I mean, hell, it's all over the news. Like, no, it has nothing to do with this. I mean, seriously, you think one small, and I'm not belittling anyone's life by no means, but you guys got to realize these are very low subscribe count YouTube creators. They're not up here in the tens of millions. You know what I mean? Like, you really think they're going to shut down platforms? Do you really think Facebook, Instagram are going to shut down that shit for an individual? An individual? No, no, no. Like, where do they do that at? No,
Oh my God.
no. I mean, it's just no. And my thing is like, it's just this shit's got to stop. Like, my thing is prove your worth in general. I mean, that's what honest to God. Like, don't talk about Jenny. Jenny, don't talk about them. Don't need to, because every time that Jenny comes on here, she's just simply rebuttaling what's being said about her prior to. So somebody's got to pick up the big shit and go, no, I'm good. I'm not going to say nothing today, and see if there's nothing said. You know what I mean? It's all about this. It's like, stop talking about it, stop saying shit, stop bringing shit, and won't be no shit. But that it won't. That's my point. It's not stopping. That's what I'm saying. Like, shit, have an online fucking jury trial. Get it over with.
Also, y'all, let me explain something. The protection order she filed was today.
Right.
This is another way of her trying to get us not to still talk about this Chelsea. When I get off of
This
this
is to
subject,
detour from this. This is to
yes,
completely try to wash this out, which she's semi succeeding, so she thought.
yeah, she thought because when I get off of this one, I'm still finna be talking about Chelsea every hour that this is a lie. I'm finna show that this is a lie and they're down and dirty. Another thing is I'm still gonna talk about the Mutt Storm. I'm still gonna talk about the baby daddy that don't want her that's gonna do an interview with me. They have a no contact order. I have not been served. Even when I do get the paperwork, I'm going to talk to the judge and contact the judge and let him know what's really going on and flip it back on her. Wait till Jenny talks to this judge and shows the judge what's really going on. Because guess what? That protection order, I still have to see a judge. I still got 30 days to respond. I'm going to flip that bitch on her and let the judge really know what's going on. Watch what I do. Another thing is, regardless if there's a protection order in, I have a freedom of speech. I'm not texting her. I'm not calling her. I'm not showing up at her house. I can talk about who I want to on my fucking platform. Nobody can shut me up, period. So, it is what it is. She's not going to be able to shut me up. She cannot get a protection order against no Chelsea. She cannot get it against Cutie. Every state is different. I still have to be served. I still have to talk to a judge if I choose to, or I can just let it go. But I'm going to talk to the judge and send the judge what he needs to see and show him everything that's really. There's always two sides. The judge wants to hear her side. He wants to hear my side. Okay. So, like I said, this is just a way to get the thing off Chelsea. But which, like I said, after this live, I'm going back to Chelsea. I'm going to be making these phone calls in a minute, and we're going to keep talking about Chelsea. I'm not studying what the mutt talking about. I'm not even worried about what she shows. I can care two fucks. I'm still going to talk on my platform. I have a voice, and I'm gonna still run her name in the ground. I'm still going to talk. And I can't help her child's gay. I'm talking about the mutt. The mutt has a gay child. Like I said, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and guess what? Oh well, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. Okay, okay. So I
Well, I
can't
mean, and
help.
that's you're just. I mean, here's the thing. You're rebuttaling off of what you got to realize. Like you, you told your story times. Yes, they're intense. They're significant. They're kind of awing, if you will. You know what I mean? Because they're not something that everybody deals with normally. Yeah, I mean, there are people who deal with it, I'm sure. But to bring it out to light and to talk about it is different. And then everybody wants to show your record. But the thing is that you already did. Like
Yeah.
you already told your part. And they're trying to make like they're it's just constant belittling of you, whether it is an addiction, whether it is your past, whether it was escorting or whatever it may be. Like they try to belittle and downgrade you in general. Like, and I understand that people have different emotions attached to certain situations like that, and I get it. You know what I mean? As far as like understanding or accepting it or respecting you for speaking on it. But at the same time, it's like, and hey, everybody has their own taste of shit. If they don't like certain shit, that's fine, whatever, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, you go on here and you bash somebody over it. You know what I mean? If you're asked your opinion, that's one thing. But because she tried to play two sides, you know what I mean, being your friend and then try to go over here to the Zolo side and start shit over there, talking to him about you and just belittling you as if she's something to be proud of. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got their shit and everybody's got problems with shit. And you know what I mean? I don't care if you make a fucking, $600,000 a year or fucking $60,000 a year. You got problems somewhere. Nothing is perfect and nothing ever will be. It's all in how you deal with the shit. And you were just telling your story. And so they're mad. And a lot of people, and I get it, are mad because you came here and you got a substantial amount of subscribers fairly quickly. And they want to call it on, you got it off the back of Zolo. And hey, listen, if that's the case, so be it. Let me put it this way. You haven't spoke of that person in a long time unless somebody brings it to you. You know what I mean? And you righted your wrong with that when you told what happened. You know what I mean? And you said you fucked up. You said that you took somebody for what that was and you got played a little bit because you didn't know what the hell was going on with it. And it is what it is. But now it's past that. Now it's just that you're being talked about as if you are the fucking scum of the planet. You know what I mean? And I hate to break it to everybody, but there's a lot more sicker fucking disgusting individuals in this world that have done some fucking heinous things, and they deserve that kind of fucking title and name and description. Not so much somebody who was doing only what they knew. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like that shit's bullshit.
I had to go. I'm so sick of these people making these troll accounts, like saying the real Jenny pull them, the Kelvin pull them. Like, what are they getting out of this? Like, I don't get it.
But here's it. That shit comes with this territory, and that's whatever. But like that shit's so funny to me. It's like, why? I don't get it. But it's a
And
good
then
time
my
to
whole
watch.
thing is people are making troll accounts of other people and they're getting it confused of who it is. I don't like my whole thing is why are you going to make a troll account that says one of my baby daddies? Why are you going to make a troll account that says my husband? Why are you going to make a troll account that says me? Why are these people making these troll accounts? Like this is weird. Like that shit is like YouTube needs to do something about people that's able to use other people's names and act like them on YouTube. I don't like it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you got to think though. If they did, oh my god. Because here's the thing: you can go right up here to the top, switch your name out, come right back. It takes 2 seconds. Like, there's honest to God, there's probably no way to really get that kind of shit under control. It's just to know, like, somehow making your name to where somebody can't make it like yours, which I don't know if there's really a way to do that. Because, I mean, even like Lily had a troll, and I kept catching that troll too, and they kept saying, you keep getting me in trouble. And I'm like, listen, I don't think you're the real Lily, so please sit down.
Hold on. Liz, what are you saying? Someone talking about Jenny. Who? Who's talking about Jenny? Who's talking about me? Oh, Zolo's streaming you right now. I don't give a damn. He gonna keep getting strike down too. Um, so yeah, like I said, that is so crazy. And it's sad that people got to stream you, try to make money off you, and all this other shit. I'm trying to see if anybody else got any more questions. Like I said, we're gonna be keep talking about Chelsea in this situation when I get off of here. I'm gonna be making some phone calls to Oregon in a minute. Oh, somebody said, not a troll. I'm late. So no one can talk about Storm, but she can talk about everyone. How does this work?
It doesn't.
Hold on, let me go out and come back because it's messing up. Hold on, y'all. All right, so here we go. You see it?
What is it?
Somebody said, oh, she changed her name. Marissa, this is Marissa. She changed her name. She said she's not a troll. She says, I'm late. She said, so no one can talk about Storm, but she can talk about everyone. How does this work?
It doesn't, because that's not how it works. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, how many times this can. Here's how it is. You have to be. Sometimes it is depending on, for example, a reporter. You know what I mean? They can discuss a story. They just have to word it correctly. You can't. You know what I mean? You can't lay fact on something if it's not a fact. If you don't have the actual fact, or if it's not proven by a court, or if it's not proven by, whatever form of documentation, any kind of legitimized proof, you know what I mean? Then somebody can say you're defaming their name. But talking about someone is totally different. You can speak on someone all you want. You're allowed to have discussion. You're allowed to speak on people. I mean, that's just in general. I mean, think about, I mean, a lot of people, it takes a lot of money to shut somebody up, to gag them out. I mean, a lot of money. Because that's a lot of legal work. That's a lot of paperwork. That's a lot of fighting in court. That's a lot of everything.
She ain't got enough money to shut me up.
No, I mean, it wouldn't even be worth it. Like I said, shit. Have a YouTube jury trial. Speak both sides and let the people decide.
Yeah.
That's how, you know what I mean? That's how, I mean, think about it. There's no other way to decipher this, except think about it. If you went legally, really legally, and went and done this, and both sides had to shut the hell up, no one's going to know out here in the YouTube world what happened, because both parties will have to shut up.
Yep.
So why not somehow benefit all sides on it? You know what I mean? Have a YouTube jury trial, literally, and let the people that support you all decide.
Okay.
What's not good, what's good, what argument is worth the fucking argument, and what's not. And then at the end of it, squashed. Whether, you know what I mean, if there should be a deciding factor of, okay, well, this person sounded like they were in the correct line, you know what I mean? And I'm talking like, this would be evidence providing type shit, like video clips, posting of shit that was done, things like that, so people can see. Let the people decide what's right and what, who was right and who was wrong and what needs to stop and what can, you know what I mean? All that shit. And then after it's done, nobody talk about it. Be done with the shit.
We know that's not gonna happen because she likes to get paid off on names. Look, Veronica said, so Kim, what are those papers that she has? Do they mean anything legally?
The papers that she has were what you would get when you would request a protective order. The white paper on the back that she flipped, which I couldn't see fully what that was, but she showed at the top where a judge had signed. Anytime there's an order, it's on the bottom, and a judge is going to sign the bottom, and there's going to be the seal from the city or the county, where, I mean, it depends on how their court works, because in some places they have city court. So there would be a little seal on the back, and it would show the judge's signature. But those pink documents are protective order documents. So basically, it's not sensitive information, but it's that's the reason why it can't be viewed so quickly right now, is because it's still in the process of being handled. So she has to receive it as a respondent, because Storm would be the petitioner. So the respondent would be Jenny. The respondent has to receive it, then send into the court her rebuttal and, regard to what is in the statement, and then handle it from there. So basically it's all pretense right now is where it sits until Jenny receives the documentation legally, which is usually, honestly, Jenny, just so you know, it might be in a form of certified mail. So when you go to check your P.O. box, make sure you talk to the lady behind the counter, like the mail lady, and ask her if there was any, certified documents that were sent to your P.O. box that you need to sign for.
And what if I don't never sign for it?
Then you never receive it.
Oh, okay, good.
And then, but, we'll keep an eye on that. So whatever, so that you can respond, because regardless of anything, that order is in play. If no one makes any acts on that order stays in effect for 2 years. So
okay.
What you can do is,
so I need to get it so I can respond.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can respond whether you have it or not, but you can also state that you actually never physically received the document. You know what I mean? That way that they're aware of what's going on. That way they can actually send you the details of the protection order and what was inside of that protection order.
Miss Alabama said it says on the Indiana website, if she requested it by e-filing, that a temporary one will be placed until a hearing.
Correct. That's why I'm saying that the order was placed. So that's why there is an order without a hearing right now. That's the reason why Jenny has 30 days from the date the order was issued to then respond to the order. That way, because here's the thing, that's like, you got to think, God only knows what's inside of that order. You know what I mean? What's inside her, what she wrote on, because on a protection order, it's a pretty lengthy document you can fill out and has questions, and it goes into great detail of like what's going on, particular situations, and then you provide with that your evidence that you have for that protection order that you want, to be requested in motion and filed in order. So once you know what I mean, that's why they put a temporary one in order, so that if anything was to happen, they already know that it's ready and in place, and that's what's being set up temporarily until the order and a hearing can be done.
So basically, I need to contact the courthouse tomorrow and ask them about everything, and ask them when do I need to talk to the judge. So I'll be able to talk to the judge and let him know what's going on, right?
Yes. I mean, personally, I would. I would call and speak with them and say, hey, listen, I was notified that there was a possible protection order, and regarding me, and I need to know how that information was sent to me.
Okay.
And I also need to know if there's any other ways that I can receive that information via this situation. You know what I mean? Because being a PO box, because you have the right to have, I mean, of course, you have a right to have your information to where no one else can see it. So for example, she can't see your address, and you can't see hers. It just protects you both from knowing each other's information.
Also, she said that the judge. She said that the judge was watching my videos. Now we know that's a lie.
No, I mean, there's no.
She said she showed the judge herself my videos. Now, come on, that ain't going down.
She didn't meet with the judge today.
Exactly.
If she did, it was not great for judge. So it wouldn't have been. He just would have signed the order and she'd have left.
Yeah, Miss Alabama
she would have been able to do that.
Miss Alabama says she printed that shit off of e-filing that shit.
Anybody can, yeah. Indiana's really, I mean, honestly, as far as like an individual having to represent themselves in court, it's pretty decent as far as what Indiana provides you. Because yes, you can go on there and you can e-file things. You can get documentation, like basically pre-made up motions if you need them. There's a whole slew of shit you can do with that. Oh yeah, you can do anything on there. And in some states they don't have that. So
No, we
to
don't
someone,
have that shit.
right? So to somebody from like Georgia or some other area that doesn't have that kind of setup as far as their court system is concerned, it would look extremely legitimate to the eye. You know what I mean? Versus
Yeah.
what is actually in format. That's the reason
Yeah.
why I wanted to make sure what she posted was legitimate. Because, like I said, you can print off a protection order paper. You know what I mean? You can print off the application for a protection order of any order, actually, like that. And it basically gives you the whole thing and then the order. Because the order is on the back of every document that the judge signs to put in play whatever's in front of it. You know what I mean? So anybody can get that. It's just, is it signed by a judge? Is there a seal on it? You know what I mean? This is a temporary enacted order. So she may not even have spoken to a judge today. It's very unlikely that she did. Could she have?
Wow.
Possibly, but it's very unlikely. Like, because it's just a temporary order. So basically, the judge doesn't want to hear anything about any of this until both sides are present or both sides can provide their information and, discuss what's going on.
Miss Alabama said, I know. I seen where it says you can print the document. She thinks she's smart.
Right.
Hmm. So when I call tomorrow, y'all, I'm going to be live streaming it anyways. I'm going to talk to the judge and I'm going to flip it back, let the judge know what's really, really going on. So y'all know I will be motherfucking live streaming this shit and we will be flipping this shit on her regardless of the situation. What Kim's trying to say is regardless if there is going to be a permanently protection order, I am still allowed to come on my platform and talk about anybody I want to. This is a public platform. As long as I'm not calling this lady, I'm not texting this lady, I'm not showing up, I can say what the fuck I want to say on my platform about anybody I want to. Okay, let's
As
make
long
that
as you
clear.
don't, just because of this particular situation, don't direct anything towards that person. Just, you
Yeah,
can say it, but
just
say
don't
it to like
direct
your,
it.
yep, just say it like to the subscribers or to whoever's listening to you or, who you're talking
Yeah,
to. Yep. Yep. That's how that works. Just because it's public right now. So it's, you know what I mean? Anybody can view it. Just, what I mean? Because, here's the thing. A judge is not going to take very lightly to someone coming on here and talking in the
like
manner for which was talked about a protection order, because I feel basically you're taking advantage of the court, and the court don't like that. You don't want to make the court mad. You don't want to have the judge turn against you because you're out here basically utilizing a protection order as in a form of vindictive vitriol to get back at someone else. It's just they don't
that's
play
what
well
I'm
with that.
saying. So when I talk to this judge and he sees all this shit that's going on, we're gonna see how this plays out, y'all.
Right.
We're gonna see how it plays out, cause yeah, we're gonna see how it plays out. Cause when we know she told him she wasn't doing nothing, but we know Jenny got proof of everything. So when I see the judge, she's thinking, oh, she's not gonna. Thank you for letting me know you put this. Thank you, so I can call the courthouse before I get it. You know what I mean? Thank you for doing that. She's thinking, oh, she's not gonna talk to the judge. She's gonna ignore the order. No,
Right.
ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm going to talk to the judge. Yes, ma'am, I am. So, yes, we're going to let the judge know what's really, really going on about the minor children, about you posting them. Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk to this judge, ma'am. Watch this now, y'all. And you know your girl's going to be live streaming on another phone. And I'm going to let the judge know. Yes. Yep. So, like I said, we're gonna do that. All right, you too, spicy one, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm fixing to get off of here. I'm fixing to come back live, and I'm gonna try to call these numbers before everything close. The next subject is gonna be about this suicide skit from Chelsea. We will be talking about this every day, and about the hippopotamus over there. We will be talking about this. Also, it's a shame that people have to have gay children to dig in the dumpsters. We are also going to be talking about dumpster diving's gay son. Um, so yeah, y'all stay tuned. I have a lot to talk about the dumpster diving's gay son, the
Oh
dumpster
Lord.
divers. Um, I just hate that they have gay kids that stand like that. And I just I love gay people, but I mean, if your child is gay, I'm just gonna say this for y'all because I have a bisexual child too. I have a bisexual daughter, and I don't care, because I've been with women. So I love gay people. Where I have a problem at is I have a problem when people deny it. You know what I mean? Like, that is your child. I don't care if all my kids were gay. I don't care if all my kids were gay. I would still love my children the way they are. You feel me? And I'm not in denial. I don't like that the certain fact that people are in denial about them having a gay child. That irks the shit out of me. It's so fucked up that you cannot accept your child is gay, you know? Like I said, we're gonna hit on a few topics about that of having a gay child. Let me see. I don't know that Edward Lewis. I know so many trolls. She said, wait, hold on. She said your baby daddy told her lawyer he gave her the paperwork. That's a lie. My baby daddy has no paperwork. He has old paperwork from 2009 that he had temporary guardianship because he's not on the birth certificate. But that was revoked in 2017. So he has no right. He had no right to give her no type of paperwork because he has no custody. His guardianship was revoked in 2017, and my baby daddy still didn't have full custody of Anthony. He had temporary guardianship. There is a difference between temporary guardianship and custody. I never gave custody to none of my baby daddies. Supreme never had custody of Anthony. He had temporary guardianship, meaning he could take him to the doctor. So he gave her 2009 temporary guardianship paperwork, which was revoked in 2017. So that was still illegal on his part and her part because he has no rights. He don't even have temporary guardianship of Anthony no more. That was a temporary guardianship. So yes, Liz said yes, my daughter is gay. That's my whole thing. Um, I feel like I don't give a damn if my child's gay, which I have a bisexual daughter. The thing that I don't like is when parents fucking deny that shit. When parents deny that shit and you can see that your son is or your child is gay and you sit there and deny it, that's where I have a problem. You need to accept that shit and fucking move the fuck on, okay? That child came at your fucking vajayjay, okay? So I can share my story. Okay, Liz, we're gonna do that. After we get off this Chelsea thing later today, and I call these numbers, I'm gonna let you share your story on my panel. And we're gonna be talking about dumpster diving and how it is. Why is it that these dumpster divers can let their children get in the dumpster? Like that is so. That is so. I could never do that as a mother. I could never fix my face to make my child jump in a dumpster to get me some makeup. I could not live with myself like that. I would get my big, fat, nasty ass up and get in that fucking dumpster, okay? My phone. It's all right, Kimberly. You know, I feel like that is bullshit. Also, we're going to talk about these parents that have gay children and are in denial. And you can see by how these people stand, when you have a gay child, okay? Dumpster diving, know her child is gay, okay? Look how he walks, look how he stands, look at him. Oh my God. Ugh. So, like I said, we're going to still talk about everything, and I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff on Instagram. So yes, she don't have enough money for Jenny to shut up. Also, guys, I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. I will be calling the courthouse in Indiana, talking to the clerk so I can see the judge on Zoom and present all my evidence with the judge with everything that is going on because your girl got it all. Also, we will see what the judge has to say about this. And we're going to see what the judge says about what she lied on her paperwork, and see what she told the judge. Okay. So I'm going to live stream it all right here tomorrow. Anyways, y'all, I'm fixing to end this. We fixing to get on to the Chelsea subject and the fake skit subject. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna try to get this phone and call these numbers on live, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're still gonna talk about this fake suicide skit that is going on with a one rocket while you're dumpster diving. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a parody. I'm also gonna do a parody, guys, about dumpster diving with my gay dog and gay son. Okay, we will be doing a parody with my gay dog Rocket and my gay son. So that will be coming up, guys. Okay. Oh, everything's down. All right. Well, in the future, Rita, I'm going to do it. I'll be posting stuff on members only. Also, guys, I will check my members. If I see any trolls, I will get them out of there. But yes, I will be doing a parody this weekend of dumpster diving with my gay dog Rocket and my gay son. Okay. So y'all stay tuned for that. The next live that I'm about to do is going to be on Chelsea and the um suicide fake skit. So y'all stay tuned. Let me get this other phone so we can call the police and all these numbers. So then for the next couple of days until the truth comes out, we will be focusing on this skit, on the fake skit of suicide. That's what we will be talking about. Nobody's going to nobody's going to confuse me. Nobody's going to shut me up. None of that's going on. I'm going to live stream. I'm going to talk to the judge tomorrow. I'm going to call up there, let the judge know what's really going on. But I'm still not going to shut up. No one can put a gag order in my mouth, period. I'm still going to talk about the gay boy. Still going to talk about the gay dog. Still, Storm is live now. That's great. I'm still going to do all of that. All right. So let me get a phone, guys, and I'm going to be calling these people in Portland, Oregon, and we're going to go from there. All right. So that's our next subject is the fake suicide skit. I'll see y'all in a minute.